Wait, friends, please make sure you watch out for this. You may be eligible to receive direct financial assistance from the Biden administration. This is part of President Biden's effort to reduce housing costs and lessen the rising expense of a home for Americans. Today, I'll be covering everything that you need to know. So friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, do make sure that you do stay tuned. I will be announcing the winners of today's Walmart gift card giveaway at the end of this video.
Mr. President, I rise today, I can say out of frustration, out of anger, out of disappointment, that our administration is continuing to break the law that we all passed and that President Biden signed, knowing full well what was in it. And I'm talking about the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA. The reason I'm saying this is because in putting this bill together at the time that we did, I made sure that everyone involved that had to sign off on it, with the President, the Majority Leader, and the Speaker, knew exactly what was in the bill and the purpose of the bill. I still believe that the purpose of this bill was done in the right, proper way. I think it's a transformative bill if they would just stay within the guidelines of how the bill was written. It's not left to interpretation, but they have interpreted. They're trying to basically implement a piece of legislation that they couldn't get passed. And I've said this, the purpose of the bill had three purposes. The first, on the Inflation Reduction Act, was to reduce our debt. We all talked about that. We have $33.8 trillion of debt today. And if everything that we do does not take that into account and not think about our children and grandchildren and future generations, what we're leaving them to is untenable. And something has to be done. So that piece of legislation had debt reduction in it. Debt reduction. It also was based on securing our energy. When the Ukraine war broke out, we were not energy secured. We couldn't help our allies over in Europe. And basically energy was weaponized by Putin. He used it as a weapon, which was very harmful to our allies. And basically I've said this, if you can help the people that are willing to fight and die for the cause you believe in, and we all believed in, the freedoms and democracy that we cherish, then they're not going to be there when you do need them. And the third thing was to bring manufacturing back to America, the building blocks that we need. And transportation is a major building block of how we deliver our goods, how we basically take care of our lives, how we secure our own jobs, and how we're able to pay for our own way through this wonderful world of ours. But it also runs our economy. And I still believe the intent and ability of the IRA to work as we hoped, the level of investment that we've been seeing from the IRA is transformative. We've never seen this type. And people have been predicting us to fall into a recession, if you will, with high inflation, and we've been able to stave that off because we've had this piece of legislation was giving us a kind of a shot in the arm that nowhere else in the world has had. But here's the problems we're running into. It seems, it really truly seems, from my standpoint, because we in my Energy Committee wrote the bill unknowing to most any American for over 3 months before it was introduced. And it was done because of the war in Ukraine. It was done because we were not secured. Let me talk to you about transportation. They want to move to electric vehicles sooner than what we're prepared to do. And the building blocks that you need is basically have total, absolute self-reliance on your transportation mode. Up until this piece of legislation, or the intent of the administration, we were able to take care of basically whether it's planes, trains, automobiles, and everything in between. We could do that with American ingenuity.
A huge bill is being introduced to Congress. According to the bill's sponsors, Senator Jeff Merkley and Representative Adam Smith will prohibit hedge funds and other investors from buying single-family homes. The bill comes as housing supply continues to dry up in the United States, with prices climbing 20% since 2021. Low housing supply is driving up prices, and experts say hedge funds are partly to blame for that. This week, Senator Merkley and Representative Adam Smith introduced a bill which is called the End Hedge Fund Control of American Homes Act of 2023. The legislation takes aim at hedge funds and private equity firms that have snapped up single-family homes as investment properties. Senator Merkley said in a recent statement, "The housing in our neighborhoods should be homes for people, not profit centers for Wall Street." Yet, in every corner of the country, giant financial corporations are buying up housing and driving up both rents and home prices. According to Yahoo News, it's time for Congress to put in place common sense guardrails that ensure all families have a fair chance to buy or rent. Hedge funds bought large portfolios of foreclosed homes after the 2008 housing crisis. Senator Merkley said the federal government has only enabled this growth through bulk sales of federally backed mortgages and foreclosed properties. He noted that this has excluded families and nonprofits from buying these homes. Large institutional investors owned approximately 574,000 single-family homes as of June 2022. A report from the Urban Institute defines institutional investors as entities that own more than 100 single-family homes. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. The Biden administration has also said that it's looking to help hundreds of thousands of households with their dream of home ownership. This is all part of an effort to reduce housing costs, increase supply of affordable homes, and mitigate the rising expense of paying for a home in America. Through its backing of a proposal known as the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act, it would promote homeownership for an additional 500,000 households, while increasing neighborhood revitalization investments. According to a draft of the bill, the act will introduce a new federal tax credit to help fund the development and renovation of family housing in certain U.S. neighborhoods. The legislation introduced by Senators Ben Cardin and Todd Young may help 500,000 homes and generate $125 billion in development revenue over the next decade. The housing market is in the midst of a convulsion fueled by the Federal Reserve's effort to fight record inflation. The Fed's raising of rates at the most rapid clip since the 1980s has helped push up borrowing costs for home buyers. Mortgage rates have now soared to 2-decade highs. Home prices have jumped, and the supply of homes has greatly fallen. The White House pointed out that it was trying to reduce costs for first-time buyers through the Federal Housing Administration program. The effort helped reduce mortgage insurance premiums by 0.3%. Biden has also proposed, through his budget, a program, down payment assistance for first-time home buyers, that the White House said will uplift first-generation homeowners. The White House also stated it was looking to help renters. Pennsylvania is reminding residents that they have until December 31st, 2023, to apply for rebates on property taxes and rent paid in 2022. The rebates are available through the Property Tax and Rent Rebate Program. Since its launch in 1971, the program has provided over $8 billion in property tax and rent relief to some of Pennsylvania's most vulnerable residents. From next year, the program will be expanded to include nearly 175,000 additional Pennsylvanians, and the maximum standard rebate will be increased to $1,000. This expansion is a result of a recently signed law by Governor Josh Shapiro, reflecting his stated commitment to easing the burden of rising costs for residents of Pennsylvania. Well, my amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so very much for being part of this community. The winners of today's $75 Walmart gift card giveaway is Jill Shin and Carla Navarro. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or, dear friends, you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.